happening? What's up?
What's up, bud? What is
How's
this?
it going?
What episode? Episode 9?
9.
Nine.
Nearly double figures.
Holy crap. How have we made it 9 episodes?
Yeah. Who knows? But I think after this one, this one's going to get the name out there a bit more.
I hope so. I
think we'll be well into double figures after this one. That this is going to turbocharge us.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Should we just jump right in and get him on here?
Yeah.
All right.
No messing around.
All right, let's get him on here.
Our biggest guest today.
The
biggest arms in Cornhole.
The biggest arms in Cornhole.
What's going on?
And the biggest forehead, apparently.
How's it going, Jimmy?
My hairline's been bad lately, bro.
That camera, though, I'm only seeing your eyes, dude.
I got a stand sitting on. Where do you want it?
Down a bit, man. Let us see that beautiful beard of yours. There you go. Welcome, Jimmy Youmans, the biggest arms in Cornhole.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. First, I just want to say thank you for coming on our little bitty show we got out here in the UK. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
So, how's it going, man?
Good.
Yeah.
My dog's coming in here.
That's
yeah. All right. Pro season about to start. Pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
Didn't really make it out to Europe that much this past season, but
no, I know we were pretty disappointed, dude. We had such a good time hanging out in Paris, and then Jimmy got too big for everybody. Didn't want to come on out to Europe.
Got too small. That was the problem. Couldn't afford to come out. I'll be out in Paris February though.
Yeah, I know. That's the 23rd, correct?
Yeah, so I'll be there from the 18th to the 24th.
Yeah. Now, the problem with that is because a couple of the French guys have asked me if I was coming to that. Now, I would love to. The problem is I'm being in Switzerland the very next weekend for the Swiss Open.
Gotcha.
I had to kind of pick and choose.
A lot of people, if I was staying out there for the full week to go to the Swiss Open, but I was like,
you should stay there. You should stay.
Hey, I need a partner for Switzerland.
Matter of fact, me and Graham were just talking about how we need a couple extra people to stay in our Airbnb in Switzerland.
Okay.
To knock down some price, man.
Yeah, I heard it's expensive out there.
Oh my God. But Christoph, who's now the new Swiss ACL director, I was messaging him because obviously with language barrier and stuff like that, sometimes it's hard to get the hotels to, because they kind of set up this thing with this hotel to get some discount. And when I was asking him about it, instead, he sent me a link to an Airbnb that's pretty decent priced anyway. But we were like, ooh, if we can get a couple extra people, then it's even cheaper. So if you ever want to hang out and stay.
So that's what we do for the, all the
bedroom.
All the opens we get.
We're coming out to Switzerland on the Thursday, the 27th.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Take her to Paris, man.
Yeah, that's the goal. She'll be there.
Yeah. Take her. Go and you go do your cornhole thing. You've got a couple days to hang out. Go see a little bit of Switzerland. Go see a little bit more of France. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe we'll go see our Germany.
Yeah, go. Man, do it all. But let's go to Switzerland, man.
We'll see.
Anyway.
And if you do, I want first refusal on that partners.
I got
it. Oh. Okay.
You'd be all right partnering with a guy who throws a 5 PPO, wouldn't you? You can carry that.
I have before.
Yeah, there we are then.
Hey, I remember you telling me in Paris how you do better when the pressure's on and you know you got to carry your partner.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to throw better. I feel like in blind draws, I throw really good rather than other events because of that. Like, I feel like I could just play my game without anyone getting mad at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I know. You got contender for shot of the year in the blind draw.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I hope I get that. That'd be cool award to get.
It was such. Oh, yeah. I didn't see it live when it happened.
Okay.
Graham did.
I did. I think I messaged you.
I'm telling you, Jimmy, it couldn't have been 20 seconds after you did it. He's already messaging me. He's like, oh my God, have you seen this? And I'm like, dude, I'm not even at home. But then I had to, like, I immediately, as soon as I got home, man, I just fast forwarded right to that match
Yeah,
and then had to go back and watch all your other matches too. But I was like,
appreciate
okay, now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. I didn't think my throwing bag would go in, but I thought for sure I was bar soaping him and pushing at least 3 bags in. So I was like, all right, I'm willing to sacrifice that because it would be a 2 on 9. And then my throwing bag ended up going. Shout out to all Cornhole for making good bags.
Heck yeah. Dude, it was that. I mean, it was a shot. This is how good of a shot it was. I just so happened to be talking to you in the singles finals.
Yeah.
When Cash bar soaked Jamie Graham. And I was like, bro, that was a good shot too. Jimmy's like, nah, I still got it.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
bro.
it was a good shot. Don't get me wrong, but I was watching it on the way home from driving, so I had it like up on my dashboard,
Sure.
and it was a good shot, 100%. So like even the announcer was like, "Oh, I don't know what he's gonna do. He's probably just gonna roll." I'm like, "No, he's definitely bar soaping," and that's exactly what he did.
I think my whole thing with his shot is because he's like such a little dude, man. You
Yeah,
got to put some oomph behind that to be
true.
able to push and bar soap through that. And I thought, damn, dude.
So what's
He's
good
like,
is he steps, so he has momentum. Same thing
yeah,
with me.
no, I get that, but he's also 3 foot tall.
It is true.
I mean, like the board's taller than him.
Correct.
And he doesn't have the big arms.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
doesn't have the gun, you know.
so they're not like these things, but they are pretty big.
Uh,
It
so
was a good time hanging out with you guys in Germany
what's that?
or in France. It was a good time hanging out with you guys in France.
Oh yeah, man. It was such a good time. And I look back on that particular event and the friendships I've made, with yourself, with Sean Farrell,
Yeah.
and I talked to Brady Foster still quite a bit, and all you guys are there, and like it was just fun, dude. And and it's just gotten better that I've hung out with Sean many more times now. Denny Mallon, and like even the guys that came to Germany this year. We talked about it a little bit when Denny was on the show. That I get when you guys come over, you're looking to do other things and kind of make this a trip as well. And I mentioned about they didn't play in the swap or the blind draw, and I thought to me it was a little disappointing because I know a lot of these people would love the opportunity to play with the pros that come over. But I get it, and I'm not judging them. Like they travel. That's a long. I know the travel, man. I've done it a lot in my lifetime. I've done it a lot in the last 2 decades, dude. I've made that trip a lot, and I know it's tiresome. And then you're coming right in, and you're trying to throw tags, and you're doing all the things. I think that was kind of. I think the interaction with you guys in Paris, and I don't. Maybe just because of the setup and things like that. But I thought the interaction was a little more with you guys in Paris than it was with the guys this year in Germany. Not to say they were unfriendly or not accommodating when people would talk to them, because I sat there and drank beer and hung out with Adam Hisner quite a bit because we at least had that in common.
He likes to do that.
Last night we didn't leave the bar until closing.
So, but yeah, it was just I think it was kind of a gift. And again, I might chalk that up to the way the game is going now with the younger guys, and that's all they know and that's all they're doing. I think it changes mentality a little bit.
Yeah, but you see, Brady's young. Brady's younger than half the guys that came out, and you still hung out and did everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that's because he was hanging out with you and y'all were partners, man. And I think that matters.
That could be it. But
you were hanging out with us, so he was hanging out.
what we did was we made sure that we had an extra few days to explore the town. So this way, when we could, I played in every event when I came. Every single Europe Open, I played in every event that I could at least, because I would have 2, maybe 3 days. We were there for 7 days, so 2 or 3 days to explore, 3 days to play, and then a day for traveling.
Yeah, no, that's and I love that.
So like I left from Wednesday to Wednesday. That's usually my gig. Is I come in Wednesday, and then I'll leave like or then you play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you have Thursday, right, to like get acclimated, and then you have Monday, Tuesday, and you leave Wednesday again.
Yeah. No, and I can dig that. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so it was just a little bit of a different mentality, I think. But again, like I said, and Graham just mentioned, that Sunday night, myself, him, a couple of our guys from the UK, a couple of Germans, Maria and them from Croatia, and then Adam, Trey, Ethan, all them dudes. We shut the bar
Logan,
down.
Hunter, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we shut the bar down. They hung out and drank, and I just it was good though. It was good. It was good having them over, just like it always is. All right, man. So let's get into it, dude.
All right.
How is the changeover going from Reynolds to your all cornhole?
Honestly, a big difference. There was a big difference in like the way the bags played, things they do. So like when I'm on the inside arm, I get like more of a left to right cut rather than it just going straight.
Sure.
But at the same time, on the outside arm, it goes more straight rather than like because my other bags were really sticky, so they would just hit and like kick left essentially, which is better. I feel like I could do more with these bags than I could with the other ones,
Okay.
which is also good. The fast side is really fast, makes it easy to borrow soap. I basically just throw my normal shot. Like I've been borrow soaping almost everybody I have a chance to, just for the practice. You know what I mean? Just so in case I need it, like I did in the barn draw.
Yeah.
And no, I really like the bags. They're playing well. They're like they're slow, but they're hole friendly. That's the important part. Like
No,
where
that's
my
good.
other ones might have been slow, but they'd hang up on the hole sometimes, or they would like not fall.
Which series of bag are you throwing?
I'm throwing the Aura.
The Aura.
Yeah, so it's herringbone carpet, right? So like your wizard carpet or the renegade carpet from Reynolds. And then the fast side is like it's like a pro sniper fast side or Viper R fast side.
Okay.
So it's a little bit quicker. Gives the bag more like flexibility.
I like that.
Yeah, because normally it's that wizard fast side, which is usually a little bit slower, but it's
Okay.
this fast side a little bit better because you could go through better, push bags better.
All right, man. Hey, I'm sorry. I gotta ask. Can you adjust that? Like, you ever watch? What was that? Tim the Toolman Taylor, his neighbor.
Wilson.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's what it was like. All
How's
right,
that?
it's just better. Man, sorry. It's just messing with me, man. I'm terrible.
I
Sorry.
thought this the whole time, staring at
Yeah.
my forehead.
Okay. So I don't obviously I've talked to you a little bit about this before. And we ain't here to badmouth nobody. I assume that you didn't leave Reynolds on bad terms.
No,
Um,
no. I'm appreciative for everything Reynolds did for me. Just the financial decision is really what it comes down to. Most of my decisions are financial, because like this is what I do. This is a job for me. You know what I mean? So all the
Sure.
decisions have to be financially based, and all cornhole is just the right decision for this moment. I hope to stay with them. I hope they like me enough.
Sure.
But
Well, I mean, you think you win shot of the year throwing an all cornhole bag. I'm probably keeping you around for a little while.
yeah, unfortunately, with the pro division, you're gonna need a little more than shot of the year to win.
No, I know. I'm saying what I would do.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, no, and we talked about when obviously winning the blind draw. Immediately, me and Graham were talking to each other about this. We're like, oh my god, because you looked like I say you looked like you were. No, you were definitely on form. And I thought, man, this might be Jimmy's weekend to make that deep run because you just looked really good throwing that in that particular event. Not that you didn't look good the rest of the weekend, but that event, you were so spot on.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So how do you feel?
I've been struggling a bit in singles. I don't know what it is. I find myself, especially in the round limited, I tend to give up a big round early or a big round in the middle of just for like I don't know whether it's I don't think it's poor decision making. I just think I'm missing shots is what it comes down to, and it caused me to give up a big round because the way I play, I block, I airmail, I throw a lot of push shots, I throw a lot of high risk game. So in the round, I've been struggling lately in that. But then it's weird because in doubles I've been throwing lights out. Like my doubles game right now, I put against anybody.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I don't.
hey,
I,
we're
I don't know.
following you all the time, man.
Yeah, like I had one bad game on the live stream this past weekend, the last Open. But other than that, I felt pretty solid all throughout doubles. Even the first two Opens, like I had the highest PPR in the first two Opens in doubles. I mean, PPR's not everything, mind you. Like I'm not. Of course, I'm just saying I was throwing well. Me and Ian feel great. We got acclimated together now. I feel like we're going to be a good team. We're top 10 right now, so and
Yeah.
ask for much.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good. I think at first I didn't know how I felt about it. Obviously, doesn't matter how I feel about it, but looking at it on paper, I'm like, okay, let me see. And I think if you might remember, I mean, I messaged you when you got your new partner, and I asked you about it, and I didn't know how y'all's game would complement each other, but having watched you guys now through a couple of these opens, I'm like, you know what? No, you're throwing well together, and you complement each other pretty well. So
I
I wonder, but I wonder, is your singles problem just like we were talking about earlier, where you tend to throw better, knowing that you may have to make up for something, or if you have that big round, you've got a partner that can also help make some of that back, and it's not just on you.
No, I feel like I don't have to make up anything. Ian's a solid player.
No, I don't. Sorry, let me rephrase. Not that you got to make up. If you gave up a big round, it's not just on you to try to make those points up. You got a
Yeah.
partner that can do it as well. So maybe your singles, do you think that plays into it?
So a lot of times in doubles, right, you'll have one side of the board that is like just putting bags in the hole, just running bags, and they're throwing a 10, 5, 11, like crazy high PPR, right? So in previous games, I would say a lot of people do that against me. They tend to throw a higher PPR, depending on which game it is. Like I'm referring to this one Open, right? The Open we got second place. We won our bracket. We lost in the finals, like the overall finals.
Right.
There was a lot of high PPRs on my side, so I was throwing just running bags, and then I threw 3 airmails off the back and gave up a 9 spot. Right now, I didn't miss an airmail the last 3 games, so I was feeling good with my airmail. I was confident with it.
Sure.
I missed, and then I think it was like we were up 8-4, so I made it 13-8. Ian scored. I 4-bag washed, and we had a chance to still win it. You know what I mean? Because on Ian's side, he was scoring the majority of the points, and I was kind of like just negating damage. I was trying to like hold him back, essentially, I guess you could say.
Sure.
But like in the beginning of the game, I was scoring, but I gave up that one big round like I was tending to doing in singles, which ended up costing us the game. But we still, in the final round, Ian still had like a chance to win it. You know what I mean? So like because of that partnership is what I mean is we still had a chance to win the game because Ian was throwing lights out that game.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's
for sure.
between singles because if I give up a big round and I'm not throwing an 11, I'm not going to win that game.
Right. Let's see that. But hey, because we're talking about it, I mean, the new partner. That was put together by all Cornhole, or was that something y'all had discussed previous?
So both. Good about bad companies, they have a team, right? So they have their sponsored players they want to keep. So you basically, I was new to the team, so they were like, okay, we have these 5 people. What do you want to do? And then like those 5 people don't want to play with me or whatever. Then it obviously eliminates down. But Ian found out that I was available, and he told Rich immediately that he wanted to play with me. Rich is the owner of our company, that he wanted to play with me, and I said, of course I'd play with Ian.
No, that's awesome. I love that. Like I said, I didn't know. I didn't at the beginning of the season when I found that out and stuff. I kind of thought, we'll see how it plays out because of, a bit of a different style or different, kind of the chemistry of it with him being a young guy. Not that I mean, you played with Brady last year and he was a young guy, so it's not like you aren't accustomed to mentoring a young guy if they need it, whatever. So I thought, it'd be interesting, and you guys have played really well, and it's been fun to watch for sure.
I feel like out of all my years playing my pro partners, except 1 year, I was probably like in a mentor role. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying I was better than my partners. What I'm saying is like they looked up to me in a way, or
Right.
like if I had seniority, they like respected me more or something. I don't know. It's like a
Yeah.
different. I'm used to it. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. No, and exactly, and that's where I kind of think that it kind of is another one of those. It could be a really good pairing for you guys because of that,
For sure.
But again, and not like you're on our podcast because you're a nice guy. You could have easily been like, no,
Right. I would never. So.
No, but we have a few people that listen to it on your side of the world. The rest are all here in the UK and maybe a couple in Europe. Nobody.
We've got a Canadian as well.
We did not even tell anybody. We didn't tell anybody that you were coming on the show.
Okay.
Like we did, because the thing is we ask people to come on the show. If they can, awesome. If they can't, I don't want to say, "Ooh, we're going to have this guy on," and then something come up and you can't come on the show.
Yeah, I get it. You thought I was going to be on it. I understand.
No, but you travel a lot. You remember we talked about this because you were going to do it last week.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, we were going to do a bonus episode on Wednesday, and you were like, "Hey, Monday works out better because I'm home. I'm not going anywhere this weekend." My point, though, is we don't tell anybody because if you decide that you don't want to or you can't, we didn't want to have anybody's expectations. And you could have easily said no, but you're a nice guy, and you're like, "Sure, I'll come on and talk cornhole." So people are, these young guys are going to look up to you more because of stuff like that, because you are much like I put you and Sean Farrell in a really kind of tight knit, like, and Denny Mallon to honestly, because you guys are very.
Hold on.
No, you're good, bud.
Dog.
You all three of you always have time for a fan, for someone to ask questions, to give advice, show them a little technique or whatever.
Even if it's mid-game.
Yeah.
I remember that in Paris the night before. I asked you for some advice, and I think it was only the down and backs before one of the Rounders games. You just come over, still munching your dinner, and you're just like, right, just do this, do that.
Yeah, I like watching games and helping people out if they need it. Even during my game, like if somebody asked me, like say I'm playing you and you ask me what shot to take, I would tell you the right shot. Like I want.
But I think that's where that whole notion of these younger guys looking up to you, because you are that guy. I mean, I told you, like, I remember before I ever met you watching your little YouTube videos on technique and things like that, So I think that kind of role for you is always going to be there. I mean, I think people are always going to kind of tend to, younger guys, it may kind of start to dwindle down a bit now because the younger guys are essentially taking over the game.
Yeah.
Because they don't have anything else to do. You said but think about it like this. You just said, this is your job. So your decisions are financially based. Like you've got to be able to pay your bills and still be able to perform.
Yep.
These young dudes literally still living at home, have zero bills to pay except little travel costs, which their sponsors are paying for, and they just get to throw bags all day, every day.
Exactly.
So I think I think these young guys, matter of fact, that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. Where do you see it going with these young guys and stuff? I mean,
yeah, I mean,
right.
Because, so the game like changes, right? So when I started, you have to have a flat bag. You were terrible if you didn't throw a flat bag. And then it kind of evolved into it was like an elite airmail game. Like if you slid and you threw an airmail, you were good. All right, calm down. And then all right, 1 second. Let me pause this real quick.
No, you're all right, man. We've got all day.
We should just do an episode where we bring all the dogs in.
Right? The thing is, though, because my son took my dog upstairs, so she ain't even down here right now.
Yeah, to be fair, mine's a bit too big to go on my lap. You just squash me, and then you'd have to deal with me sneezing the rest of the episode.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
don't be.
No worries.
I locked in the other room.
I told you, man. When I invited you on the show, I told you, man. It's just a couple dudes sitting around bullshitting about cornhole. We don't mind.
Yeah. So the game changed a lot. It was like a slide and an airmail was very prominent, and then that's when I started playing. And then it turned into these slide bags, like hole friendly bags, the bags that you're throwing now, and everybody you can miss. It goes in. You don't have to throw a flat bag anymore. It goes in, and then like the game now is a lot of rolling. Like everybody can roll. All these kids are coming up rolling. So as a player that's been around, you have to adapt, right? So I essentially played 3 different types of cornhole, 3 different games throughout the years, where these kids are coming in. The only thing they know is roll.
Yeah.
And the game that is today. When the game changes in another 2-3 years, they're going to have to adapt. And then whoever the new players that are coming in are going to have the advantage.
Okay. With that being said, Jimmy Youmans, you have your crystal ball. You can see into the future. Where else does the game go? I mean, we've talked about a slide shot, an airmail, and a roll. Where else do you go with that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They might go eventually go back to throwing sticky bags, throwing bags that aren't hole friendly, throwing bags that you actually have to throw flat, bags that you can't throw like vertical and it slides all the way around the back of the hole and spin around 3 times and go in.
Yeah.
Um,
Last week in practice, one of the guys out in my club, he was throwing one of the Titan bags, the dozer, and it was like, holy Christ. He threw it up there and it just stopped.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and you're like trying to push through it, and it's like, Christ, man, I got to throw this as hard as I can. And if you miss, you miss.
We call it the dirty diaper when people throw like a fast bag and they grab it like this right at the little corner and they flick it like that, like it's a dirty diaper.
Yeah.
There's people that have been playing for 3 months, just started, and they'll come in my league and throw like a 10-5 yard and hit like 18 different spots on the board. Like when I started and you were 3 months in, you were in 10-5 PPR because you were throwing suede. You were throwing like the speed was a 1 and the fast was a 5. But that was back in the day. So I don't know. It's just like basketball. Basketball changed. Every sport is, and it's different than what it was the previous years. So I think with the next change, whatever that may be, it might see different type of players at the top.
You know, it's because and you mentioned that, and they talk about it a lot. Like I think this, I've noticed it more this season. Them talking about how, like, I'll use Matt Guy for an example of like him having to adjust his game because he was just a bag, just chasing bags,
Yeah, that's a good example, right? Matt Guy's still throwing a 10-6 average, like for the weekend, average. So that means he's throwing 11s games. He's throwing 10-5s on some games, but he's not winning anymore.
Yeah.
Matt Guy is known as the GOAT of cornhole, right? Because he had the most wins. But back in the day, it was slide, and what do you have? He has an elite airmail. He probably has one of the best airmails out of everybody, and his slide was the best. So he was out here sliding and airmailing. But now these kids are level 3 block, throw 3 roll bags, and you miss 1 airmail, they're scoring 3 points on you because they're going to clean it up.
Yeah.
Or they're throwing 2 roll bags and then they clean it up. But like, I don't know, it's a totally different game now. But like the people that still play that run hole game, Matt Guy, I'd put against anybody.
Sure.
Like the people that throw the sticky bag, throw a bag that you have to roll or anything like that. I don't know. I feel like he would lose that battle more times than not.
He just needs to wait till he's in the seniors then.
I think he's like 1 year from seniors, or he's about to be.
But
I think it's 55.
You say that he's losing that, but we've watched it happen. I mean, we watched it the last couple opens. He's making deep runs into his bracket, and then, like you said, he misses an airmail, or he slides one off the back, and then all of a sudden he's giving up 3-4 spot, 3-4 spot, 3-4 spot, and then it's over. Especially when you're talking round limited.
But like you're talking, he's missing 3 points, and then the kids are throwing an 11-5 to his 11-2. That's how he's losing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's crazy.
When you have round limited, you can wash everything, but if you gave up 1 3-point round, you're losing.
Right. And like even before a tournament, if I came to you and I said, I'm going to throw an average of a 10-9 for the whole tournament at any pro event, you would have me winning.
Yeah. Yep.
But people are losing consistently throwing that now.
Yeah. No,
it's insane.
I think it was open number 5. I don't think it was in number 6. I don't think it was Myrtle Beach. I think it was at number 5 when they had thrown up that stat and they were like, I think it might have been the Jamie Graham and Cash match where Jamie literally had thrown like he threw like a 10-8, 10-9, but Cash had thrown like an 11-1.
Yeah.
And it was like that used to not ever happen.
But what's crazy is that's one game. Right? This is for a full tournament.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, you can't guarantee a win with a 10-9 anymore.
Even last year, this Myrtle Beach Open, right? Open, in place. It was last year that Devin Harbaugh was in the bracket. He threw a 10-9 or something like that, average throughout the tournament, and he got 5th.
That's crazy.
Like there was 4 people that threw 10-5s. I threw a 10-6 against them and lost. It's like insane.
Yeah. I think about it and I'm like, man, I'd be all right with just a 9-5. 10, whatever.
But like also that's why people like Eric Davis right now is doing really well this year and the end of previous year, because the way the game is, he's making shots, he's putting people in, he's like level 4 blocking and then putting another block there and then pushing it all in the hole. You know what I mean?
Matter of fact, I listened to the around the ACL yesterday and they were talking about Eric Davis's DPR.
Yeah.
Like
for the doubles.
Huh?
The doubles with Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why,
just in general, like Eric Davis has got, he's having like a 1 and 1.5 DPR where he's just holding people, them down, man.
In perspective, you're scoring almost 2 points per round. You're scoring a 2 and then a 1 on a person. To do that at the pro level is very, very hard.
Yeah.
Most pros wash, like I think the average percentage for like washing, meaning you don't give up or score points, is like 30-35%.
Yeah.
And then so to put it in perspective, 70% of his rounds he's scoring. You know what I mean?
And that's why he's winning.
But he's scoring because he's giving you looks that like you will never see. Like he's putting you in his positions you've never seen before. Like he has a bag on your side and a bag on his side, right? And he gets both of them somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. I should have blocked. I remember him like 2 years ago, and he blocked, and then he blocked behind it, like in a line, right in front of the hole, but like level 2, so like about this far from the hole. Okay.
We can only see your top finger.
Yep. Okay. So he was like this far from the hole.
Yeah.
This is his first bag. Then he had another bag behind it. Okay. And I was like, all right, it's smart. I'll block behind it so he can't push. So he steps out, pushes both of his, and mine flips over like this and goes off the side of the board. And he takes all of his bags in. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have blocked. I don't know.
Maybe I should have just shot the airmail. Should have done something different. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, it's situations you don't see because with the bags he has, he can hit like almost any shot.
Yeah. No, I I I was never like this huge fan of him or anything like that, but I have really enjoyed kind of watching him play this year. It's been a lot of fun to watch because he does make those crazy shots that you wouldn't expect. And I thought him and Tony looked really good in the Open this past week. Like, especially when you think like Tony's like, yeah, I wasn't even supposed to play this weekend. I just rocked up and played with Eric and won. And I thought, well, that's kind of crazy, but
Yeah,
they looked good.
that's how he does everything now. He just like shows up.
No,
Like,
they were talking about how often he forgets to register for like singles
yeah,
or register for an event.
or misses flight. He sleeps
Yeah.
in.
I couldn't, I guess like for me, I couldn't imagine doing that. Like I just couldn't. I don't know.
Well, you tend to play better when you really don't give a shit, right?
No, I 100%, I agree. But you don't play good at all if you ain't there.
That is true.
There's a difference between not giving a shit and not being there.
Yeah.
I go there and I don't give a shit. I just drink some beers and hope the bag falls where it falls. But I'm there. So there's a level of give a shit, and then there's a level of really not giving a shit.
Right.
And I think, for me, it's a weird one because I would think, if I was sponsoring you and you're struggling on a regular basis to make it where you're supposed to be making it, I might get a little pissed off.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I don't know. Most of these companies probably just use it as a tax write-off, to be honest.
Yeah, sure. I could see that too. I wish they'd tax write off me, send me some bags. I don't know. I don't need your money, but you want to send me some bags and write it off. I'm good with that too.
You can be a brand ambassador.
Hey, I tell you, man, my services are always open. You want me to be a brand ambassador? Let me know. Hey, I tell you, I tried. I tried with stuff because they're an Oklahoma company and they were kind of integral in when the UKCL was started. The founder of that, he worked out a deal with stuff, and I got some custom bags made through them because they're from Oklahoma. I'm from Oklahoma, and I thought, hey, this will work out perfect. And then Danny stepped away from the UKCL, and he's kind of went more towards the ACO side and all that. So it wasn't in bad terms, but the partnership just is not there anymore with stuff. And he even told him, he's like, hey, man, Josh, be your brand ambassador or whatever. And I've reached out to him and never really heard back. And I thought, all right, then, man, I'm out. Like, I wanted to because they were from Oklahoma.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always say I'm not the greatest out there. I like to play. I try to play as much as I can. If a company wants to go, hey, throw our bag so I can get my name out in Europe more, I'm all ears. I'm open for it, man. Let your boss know that, Jimmy.
I got you.
Let your boss know. All right, man. What's your goals for this year, dude? And I know the goal is always to win. I get that. But what is like Jimmy Youmans, what is your goals for this season?
So this year you have to qualify for Worlds, which is like the biggest event, right? So to qualify, you have to finish in the top. Don't quote me on this. I think it's the top 24 in singles, and then the top like 16 in doubles. Don't quote me on that. And then if you don't make that, you have to play in. So my goal is to make for doubles and singles Worlds without playing in.
Okay.
So essentially, like say what is top 24 in singles and top 16 in doubles. That's my goal.
Right on. Man, I think you got a good shot at it. I think singles, man, it's kind of singles. I think is kind of weird because it seems like right now it's the same, 5 or 6 guys every week in and week out in the top. So we'll see. I'm interested to see how that plays out the rest of the season. Obviously, we're pulling for you, man.
I appreciate
I think you can do it, man. I've watched you play. I watch you play enough.
Oh no, I know I can do it. That's the problem is actually doing it though.
Yeah, stay out of your own head.
Yeah, not even that. Just I got to make the shots. You know what I mean? Like these events have been round limited, and it's tough. I mean, I get why they do it, but it's tough because I'm more like a comeback player. I'm usually down 12, 15 points, and then I come back, rally back, and win.
Yeah.
That's what I'm best at when my back's against the wall. So like I just have to how to play every game like that to start. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So do you think that'll be? I mean, because you got the signature series that'll be starting soon,
Correct.
and they're all going to be round limited as well, right?
I don't think so. No,
I thought I'd heard that they were.
I
Is
don't
it
think all.
okay? So is it just the opens that are going to be round limited? Signature series will just be to 21.
Half were round limited, half were not.
Oh,
So
for the opens, yeah.
So I'm thinking it'll be the same for the nationals
Okay.
because nationals are only pros and elites, where opens are everybody. So
Sure.
nationals they have more boards, more space, more time, so they'll tend to do more.
Oh yeah,
Non-round.
which you wouldn't need. Yeah. Okay.
To be fair, if Myrtle Beach wasn't round limited, I think they'd still be running the tournament today. How big it was.
Oh, it was huge. And then so when we have like our little tournaments here, man, we 40, 50 people, let's say, but we only have the space to set up, say 7 sets of boards.
Yeah.
So it takes us a while to get through these games. So I did going through, like, you see all these threads and everything about how Myrtle Beach, because last week we talked about the kid that his bag was less than a sheet of toilet paper off when they measured it and all this. And you start looking at all these threads and everybody is just moaning about round limited, and it took so long. Y'all got to figure out a way to get more boards and more. And I thought Trey Ryder put it perfect. He goes, "You're right. We'll get a bigger venue. We'll get more boards, but you're going to have to pay more." Because everybody wants more, but don't want to have to pay more.
Right.
Because you think, like, these places cost a lot of money to get. It takes a lot of, I mean, I know what it takes for our 40-person tournament. I can not even imagine what it takes for a 1,000-person tournament. So the round limited thing, I stood and I thought, you guys that are all moaning about this, I'm not sure why, because y'all aren't going to be in the top anyway. Like, y'all aren't even winning your intermediate bracket.
Exactly.
They're all armchairing it, and none of them are even coming close to doing anything.
I personally like that they're testing bags now, on the winners especially, because if somebody wins an event and they're using an illegal bag because it's too thin, it falls in the hole easier. Like
Sure.
that's bad for everyone else. Like they have an unfair advantage.
Okay, so because we're talking about it, then so when this thread came up, I get testing for your winners and stuff like that. I do. I'm not against it. I'm not opposed to it. But at what point are we drawing the line to say, I don't have a precise measuring tool? I have to believe that my set of BG witchers are legit in they are regulated because they've got that ACL stamp. So at what point do we say, hey man, you're trusting your all cornhole auras because they've got the ACL stamp. ACL's put their stamp of approval on this bag. Now, you, being an honest person, you're not tampering with your bag, but you win an event, all of a sudden it gets measured, and it's less than a piece of toilet paper off. How mad are you? Because you are putting your trust in that stamp.
See, but this is the thing, right? The bags that are being tested aren't brand new bags. These are bags that have been broken down. They've been worn out. Every bag breaks down. Like I don't care. Every bag breaks down. It gets to a point. Every single bag gets to a point where it's illegal. Ultra previous years made these series Vipers. They would break down so bad that all of them would be illegal, so they stopped making them. But they were the most friendly bag ever. So the problem is,
I've played against some of those guys that have those kind of bags, and you think, holy crap, that bag has no chance of getting in the hole, and it jumps over 2 feet and just slides on in. And I think, what the hell's going on?
So if the bag company, right, they measure their bag the way the ACL does and then puts it out correctly. Like I know all Cornhole and BG are doing that. And then you get the bag, cool, it's regulated, everything's fine. And then you break it in and then you run it over with your car and then you like throw it in the dryer, you use your sack relax or conditioner, then you run it over with the car again because that's how people break in some bags, they bury them, whatever they do.
Not heard that one. That's a new one for me.
And then they throw it 10,000 times, and then now it's like a used napkin, and they expect it to pass. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it's a millimeter, I get that, but you could test your bags before each event at big events. You could go and test your bags before you even play, so you don't have to worry about it.
Or do they have things that are set up so you can test it before?
That's how it does. So if somebody challenges your bags, you have to go get them tested by the by the director. Now you're a director at the table, be like, hey, can you test these bags? I want to make sure they're legal before you even play.
Okay. I just think like I mean, I assumed they were trying to combat that with making sure you guys are throwing that current year stamp every time. Like, you know, you've got to be throwing a 2025 bag stamp. You can't be throwing a 2023 or 2024. So
that was the thing behind it because apparently one year, like there was a whole bunch of bags that were considered illegal because I guess somebody had the wrong template. I don't know exactly, but
I remember talking to you. It's funny you should say that because me and you had this conversation in Paris.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly
with the set of bags I had.
What went down, and then so that's why they also change it every year because it makes the bag companies be able to sell more bags too. Because if pro, elite, and like players that are playing at a higher level need new bags, you can't use 22 stamp bags or 21 stamp bags. I don't know what it is exactly, but so it makes them you have to buy a new set, which gives bag companies more money, which gives the players more money.
Sure. But see, the thing, my whole thing with this is, and I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not buying bags.
I haven't bought a set of bags in 5 years.
Exactly. So when that stuff comes up for you, it's not as big of a deal. You throw your auras through the first 6 opens. Let's say you've thrown them 10,000 times.
Yep.
Now you're like, hey man, I already need a new set because these probably aren't going to pass because I've beat the shit out of them over the last 6 opens.
Yep.
So your boss is going to go, you're right, Jimmy. Here you go, man. Some new bags.
Pretty much.
But you got someone like myself, Graham, this kid that got questioned after winning a no money novice ass tournament. Man, he might not be able to afford another $130 set of bags.
That is true. But the way I look at it, right, is look at any other sport, right, and tell me any other sport where you're gonna spend more than $200 a year. You can name all of them, right? A set of bags is about $100, depending on what you get. So you really only need 2 sets of bags a year, theoretically.
Sure.
For the average player, right, that is not going to throw more than 50,000 times.
Sure.
Right. So you need 2 sets of bags. That's $200. There's not any other sport where you could spend less than $200 a year and be like and compete. I think I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but then you think like, yeah, okay, so you might have some basketball shoes or something like that.
Right.
But other than tournament fees, you may not be a basketball player might not be spending anything other than just shoes. A baseball player's already got a glove, already got a bat. They may need some new shoes.
Or they have to get a glove and they have to get a bat, right?
Yeah, but if they already have it, they already have it. They're not having to replace it every year.
Right. So you don't have to get a new set of bags every year.
Yeah, but if okay, so to play the devil's advocate on that, we are almost at that point though. If we're going to be measuring out, and you're going to be if you win a no money tournament, and you're still going to get measured and get you don't win because your bag didn't pass inspection. You do start getting into a point where, because I mean, even like for example, even going to our tournaments here, I'm $100 in, and I know it's nothing to what you guys are paying for your pro events and all that, but I'm $100 in just in entry fees, then my travel, then a hotel, then these things. If I get lucky enough that I throw lights out and win a match or win a tournament, and then at the very end they're like, "Nope, sorry, Josh, your bag's off a little bit." Well, shit, man.
No, I get the idea of like you being mad and stuff and all that. But like if you're traveling for any other sport, you're still paying entry fees, you're still paying for a hotel, you're still paying for all that.
Yeah,
And if you're in any other sport, if you're in baseball and your bat is corked, you're gonna get fined even more. You're not. It's not. They're not just gonna take your fees. You're gonna get fined. If you get caught with sticky stuff in your glove if you're playing baseball.
yeah. No, I get it.
Like
I
there's
get it.
the rules are
I
there. I
just
mean,
assumed,
you know,
Tom Brady got away with it. I thought we could all get away with it.
Tom Brady got away with it. I mean, I'm not if you could do it, yeah, and get away with it, cool. But if somebody challenges your bags, then
Me personally, I can't. Again, you remember we just had this 10 minutes ago. We talked about not giving a shit.
Yeah.
I do not care enough to try to cheat to win.
okay.
It isn't, you know what I mean, though?
No, I'd rather win. Like I would feel scummy if I cheated.
Yeah,
Like,
because you want to be legit in what you do.
right. Imagine that. Imagine winning and having an asterisk next to your win.
Yeah.
Like if
yeah.
like say I won Worlds and they found out like there was sticky stuff on my bags intentionally that I put on there. Like I'll always have that asterisk.
Yeah.
You know? That's not me.
I know. That's why LeBron's only got 3 championships.
No comment.
Disney World don't count, bro.
World.
All right. Outside of give you an opportunity. Let you talk a little bit about your France trip coming up because I know it's being hosted by one of the clubs out there, and you're running a clinic, correct?
Morales. I cannot pronounce the name, but
I can't pronounce any of them, man.
USMC Morales or US.
Yeah. I think that's right.
That's the American way to pronounce it.
Sure. And you're American, so it's all right. Talk a little bit about it because you're coming out to run a clinic as well, right?
Yep. So I'm coming out. I believe it's on Thursday is the training, the clinic. So they're going to have a translator for anybody that's in Europe listening. So you're okay there if you don't understand English. And basically, I'm going to be teaching people how to like the basics. Like I'll go into flat bag. What if you're more an advanced player? I could even like give you strategy and stuff. But I assume it's going to be like a pretty big class, so it'd be more of the basic stuff like stand, flat bag, all that. Because there is no like way you should throw a bag, but there's techniques you should do to make sure you throw a good bag. Basically going to that. So that's Thursday. Then there's events Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I believe there's going to be a blind draw, doubles and singles, same like they normally do. I will be probably playing with one of the French players for doubles. I don't have a doubles partner yet, so I was supposed to find one of my own. I didn't do that yet. I'm a last minute type of guy.
I'll tell you what, you want to team up? Maybe I will go. I'm surprised. You say that, but I'm surprised that. Well, I don't know. I would think maybe one of the French pros would have already hit you up for that, but.
Well, I don't think everybody. I think they're assuming that I'm bringing somebody. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Can you throw higher than Graham's 5?
Yes.
Yeah, but my 5 was good enough to beat you last game.
Oh,
Christ Almighty!
He throws a blocking. That's a good one.
He did, and everybody. So, the name of our podcast, Just Boarded, was thought up by Graham in Paris because I kept telling him when we were playing doubles, I'd be like, just board it, take the wash, let's go. So that's how that started. Now, once we decided that we were going to do this and get it going, we had to play each other in one of our events a couple months ago. All I have to do is just board it, wash, and let's try again. But I had literally just thrown a cut bag, cut left to right around his bag, went in. So I'm like, you know what? Let's throw this bag again. If it goes in, I win. The problem is it didn't cut at all and just went off the back of the board. And I'm like, crap. And literally, you would have thought that I just like killed the Pope, man. Everybody's like, oh my God, just board it, Josh. Ah, like going off. And I was like, yeah, no, I got it. I know. So,
And you
yes,
lost.
Graham beat me for the first time in a year and a half.
Yeah. So I'm not letting him forget it. But I know he'll get me back in February. He will annihilate me in February because that's what happened last time I beat him. I beat him with an airmail over his bag that was half in the hole. It was like I was already 2 points up in the round. So I could have just boarded it, gone to the next round. It's like, go down, have a look at it. It's like, as we were walking back, I said, so I'll just throw the airmail now and win it now. Call the shot, just clips his bag, but his bag done fall, mine's straight in and I take the win.
Oh, that's great.
And then he annihilated me the next game. I think it was like 21-2, something like that.
He has mentioned this. He's mentioned beating me on every episode of our podcast. He does not let me forget it.
It's because of how much it bugs you.
Locally, I just lost to somebody in New Jersey, and I've been hearing it every single place I've gone. It's the worst because he went around and told everybody in the building, and then when I see new people like that I haven't seen in like a couple months, they come up to me and like, "Why'd you let him win? Why'd you let him win?"
Yeah,
and it's been for like the past. This was end of December. I'm still hearing it.
Yeah.
So I get it.
All right. So you got any other plans to come out to Europe to play?
No, I do not. Not right now. Unfortunately. I still want to do Italy. I'm very disappointed I missed it this time. I might do like when they do the big one at the end of the year.
Yeah,
Croatia. Yeah,
it's gonna be badass this year, man.
In Croatia.
Yep, they're doing it in Port Croatia, man.
Yeah, Paris was good. Germany went a little level higher. Croatia will go higher again.
Italy or Croatia would probably be the most likely, but I don't see it anytime soon.
Well,
get on Team USA and come Croatia. That's what needs to happen. Jimmy should be representing Team USA.
Stick around for a few days and at least do Switzerland with us.
We'll see. Yeah. I don't know. I got to see the budget on that. Send me the Airbnb costs and I'll figure it out. See what I can do.
I'll send it to you. We can get it hooked up easy. That'll be your cheapest thing, man.
I know. That's not the issue.
The flights would be cheap too because flying out of like Paris to Zurich wouldn't cost anything.
Or even take the trip.
Anyway, yeah, man, we would definitely. I get it. I get the whole travel thing and all that, but we'd definitely love to see you in Croatia in September, man. I think that would be a lot of fun, man.
Oh, for sure. I've never been, and my goal in life is to hit every single country at one point. So we'll see how.
Here we go. Hey, you can knock out Croatia this year.
I know. I could.
And hey, man, I know how much you like to eat, and they got some real fine pizza in Croatia, dude.
That's why I want to go to Italy, man. They got
some. No. Okay, so you remember Maria?
Yeah.
Yeah. So me and my daughter. I took my daughter to Croatia last summer when we went for that tournament, and they swear up and down their pizza is better than Italy, and it takes a lot of influence because they're neighbors. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, because we went on to Italy after that and spent like almost a week in Italy.
American pizza is different, so.
No, I had pizza in the same week, one from Croatia, one from Italy, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, my pizza in Croatia was better than the pizza I had where we were in Italy. I'm not saying that's all over Italy, but where we were, my pizza in Croatia was better.
It's definitely place oriented. Like Jersey or New York pizza?
No.
Oh, well, there you go. You're missing.
No, I just haven't ever been in that area.
Okay, so
It's not that I don't want to eat it. I would
personally,
love to. I just haven't been there.
I do not like eating pizza outside of New Jersey or New York, or even Connecticut. But because how good our pizza is here, it doesn't compare
Sure.
personally.
Not
But
even Chicago.
I don't know. I had the deep dish. It's not it for me. It's a
Okay.
lot of sauce, not enough cheese.
All right. All right. I mean, like I said, I hung out with you in Paris, dude. I know how you eat, man.
That was Brady that ate pizza. Brady was eating pizza every single day.
I know.
He ordered pizza every single place we went, except for when we went to McDonald's. He got his his burger or something.
Yeah.
But I
No.
tried different all about it.
Yeah, no, I know. And no utensils. So you just use whatever's near you to try to utensil it.
Yeah, whatever works, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were watching the World Cup and you were eating your pasta with the lid.
Yeah.
I was eating my pasta with the lid. Yeah, I do remember that now.
Yes. we were all lined up right there, and Jimmy's just like,
The bar was closed. They didn't give me any
he's like,
time.
how you order a takeaway and they don't give me any fork?
Yep.
Then he just folds up his lid and was like, "Yeah, this will work." Nah.
I'm a real one, right? I do whatever it takes.
Yeah, for sure, bud. For sure. All right, man. So your shot of the year. We talked about it a little bit.
Yep.
We're rooting for you. We're hoping it becomes shot of the season for sure.
I appreciate it. I hope no one else throws any good bags.
Well, I hope no one throws any good bags against you so you can win. Let alone shot.
That's tough. Yeah.
All right, man. Let's hit up this deck around real quick.
All right.
Now, some of the stuff we've touched on, so you don't have to get all elaborate on some of it. But
Yeah, there's some of them will be. So we've
it's
already
just something
touched on,
it
but
was something we came up with for our guys around here and the people, so that they could we could figure out what their stuff was with cornhole. So, just humor us a bit.
yeah. So, how did you get into cornhole?
I started at a local bar. My dad was like, "Oh, you want to come play?" Because we were at a barbecue and I was throwing, and I threw like 30 feet in the air and just plopped them all on the board. And he's like, "Oh, you want to come play? They're playing at this bar local to us." So I went there, started playing. They taught me how to throw a flat bag. And then there's people that was like in the ACL that came around and said, "Hey, you're good. Why don't you come play in this league?" And I joined the league, joined the ACL, and became a pro the next year.
So, how long you been playing?
2018 January, I would say, was my first blind draw.
Wow.
We've done your season goals, but overall lifetime, what's the main cornhole goal?
I'd like to finish as number one in the world at one point, or be the most winningest player in internationally. Hold that title.
Hey, you're gonna have to come over a lot more for that. Sean's got a good jump start on you, bud.
I actually have the record right now for the most titles internationally. They announced
No.
It was when they announced it. Like in July or something like that. They said that it was Bruno, I think, was number 2, and then Sean was like number 3 at the time.
Okay, because I think he's pretty convinced he's the leader in that category now.
He might have just taken it, but at least then it was.
Because I mean,
I know he won some in, was it August, the UK one?
Yeah,
because he won
but
2.
He came to quite a few events last summer, so.
Well, next one, yeah, career highlight so far.
Career highlight, I would say winning my first singles title was the shootout in Washington. That was probably my highlight.
Your favorite shot?
Ooh, that's tough. I like the bar soap lately, but it always was an N1. N1 was always like knocking their bag off an airmail. But I've been liking bar soap a lot recently.
That's what happens when you shoot a great one in an open. Hell
Uh,
yeah.
we've touched on it earlier, but I'm going to ask anyway. The bags you use?
The bags I use, all Cornhole Aura.
I saw today that they posted you got your signature series out there now.
Big arm bags, yeah. You
All right.
you would probably like the Phoenix a little more. It's like
Yeah.
it's got like that R carpet, Viper R carpet, or like a hole friendly, breaks down better.
All right. I'll have to check them out, man.
Yeah, that's what I like. I've been throwing Viper R since Paris. I don't think I've thrown a different bag in an event yet.
Okay, so it's the same carpet or similar carpet as Viper R. The fast side is different. So the fast side is like the Wizard fast side.
Okay.
So it's that fast side inverted is the Viper R carpet. Is Viper R fast side. They reverse materials.
Your favorite player?
Besides myself?
Yep.
You can pick yourself if you want.
Nope.
No? Okay. Overruled.
My favorite player is Ian Cripps, my partner. But my favorite player to watch, I like watching people that get mad when they lose. So like anybody along that lines.
I mean, there's a few that I've watched, and I think
It's very entertaining for me when somebody like gets smacked and then they like get so mad and storm off. So
I've in the last few opens, man. I think, dude, some of these people are a little unhinged.
because
I could be if you come to the UK, I could be in your running for your favorite player.
there you go. I don't get me wrong. When I lose, I get mad and storm off too. But like some people like do the most. Those are the ones.
Although my biggest outburst was a win, actually. But
Yeah. Graham got so mad at a tournament for playing bad, threw his bags across the building, picked them up, and just left. Didn't tell anybody he was leaving. Just got in his car and drove home.
Well, do you remember Storm? He went to the
Yeah.
German first one, but he lost the tournament to someone he didn't have. He took his bags, threw them in the garbage, and walked out.
yeah, I actually threw my jersey in the bin on my way out. So I walked to the car topless, got in the car, threw on a t-shirt, and drove home in the rain.
And nobody wants to see that.
No. To be fair, there was other things going on outside of Cornhole at the time, so. But yeah.
That jersey, $1 million now.
Your dream Cornhole partner?
Besides the one I'm playing.
Yeah, because you already Ian is your partner, man.
I'm
not saying it's no slight on Ian, but if you like, who would you be? Who would be your dude? Past, present, future, man.
So a couple
living or dead, literally anybody. It doesn't even have to be a player. It could be anyone from history. If your dream partner was Genghis Khan, that's your answer.
That opens the gateways. I don't know. For Cornhole wise, like I'd say 2 years ago, me and Mark played really well together. Mark Richards.
Yeah.
We played really well together. I think me and Jamie Graham would play really well together as well. Me and Jacob Trzynski played really well together. I would say any of those three.
Okay.
Your favorite thing about the sport?
The competitiveness. I like that everybody can compete at the same level. Like there's no physical advantage. There's like if you're a guy, girl, 12 years old, 80 years old, you have the same exact advantage as everyone else. I like that.
And last one, if you had to have a walkout song, what would it be?
Oh, I'm probably not even going to give you an answer on this one because there'd be so many. I'd have to really think about it. We'd be here forever.
All right, then we'll use our alternate question number 10.
Yeah. Outside of Cornhole, what are the other hobbies and interests then?
Okay, so I play basketball, or I used to play basketball, like at the park and stuff. And then I don't know if you know ATVs or quads. I don't know if you got them over there by you, but I
crashed one into a tree last time I rode one.
I have a racing quad. It's a 450R, but I used to be really into riding and all that. So like I go with my dad almost every twice a month, We go camping and go riding all weekend.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
Oh, and I'm a degenerate gambler sometimes, so
You gamble a little bit, yeah.
a little bit.
All right.
What's the vice then? What is it? Poker, blackjack.
The thing is, that's the problem. I play everything. Everything.
Are you,
Sports betting or anything like that, but nothing on the phone.
Are you the guy that's playing money cash games in cornhole as well?
I would, but and I do sometimes, but like not many people. But at least locally, nobody really plays me for cash games. Anyone in the state really. And then I don't like end up staying late. I get knocked out to play cash games.
Right.
I usually just bounce or something.
Yeah, you got a lot of travel. I understand that. I always end up playing beer games. I
Okay.
don't play for cash, but we always play for beers.
So at Opens, we have an Airbnb. We start playing 3-man. Have you heard of that? It's a drinking dice.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, so yeah, we play that a lot at Opens. That's been fun lately. But that's like after all the playing. So.
Right. Well, I don't know if I have anything else, Graham.
I think we've got everything for now. Yeah.
I got a question.
Obviously, when you get one of them Nationals wins or Open win, we'd love to have you on again. Talk about that. Break down your weekend.
For sure, we almost had.
With that being said, you're more than welcome on the show anytime.
Well, yeah.
Anytime you want to come and give your opinion on something that's happened at an Open, talk about an Open, just let us know, man. We'll get you on the show.
Okay, for sure. I have a question for you guys.
What's that?
What are your dream partners? Like if you were to play with anybody.
So, all right. I don't know if we can answer this yet because we've held out and not had our deck around. We have a plan for our deck around.
Well, then do the alternate.
But that being said, who's better than Jimmy to ask us these questions?
I guess we could do it. If I was to say a dream partner, and Jimmy, I would love to play with you. I would. But if I was going to pick a dream partner to play with, it would 100% be Adam Hisner.
Okay.
Only because in Germany, me and him both, like as soon as we rocked up to the place, man, me and him were like the only two in there. We're already just pounding beers, like, let's go. And I think that energy of just going back and forth, I think that would be a fun matchup. So yeah, I think if I was to have to pick, I'd probably pick Adam just for that alone, for no other reason than we drink beer together and have a laugh. What'd you say?
I said you don't need to explain yourself. You're good.
No, because as a non-pro sitting here in UK, I can name 20 players I would love to play cornhole with.
Right.
Like I could have picked anybody on either Team USA that I met. Like, hey, that'd be great. Pick Brady. Like it'd be awesome to play with any of you guys. I just think that would be the funniest. Matter of fact, at the UK Open last summer, though, me and Dean talked about like how fun it would be to play together because we're both just super energetic and loud.
Yeah.
Because Dean Norton's that way. Like he was hilarious, man. And we were like, oh yeah, that'd be fun to team up together in a blind draw because we both have so much energy. Like just let's go.
For sure.
So, all right, Graham, you're up, bud. If you don't pick Jimmy, he ain't coming back. We've already. I didn't pick him. Somebody's got to pick him.
Like I said, it's easy to pick a pro. So if I picked a pro, I'd go with one of my favourite players, which you're one of them, or it'd be someone like Damon Dennis because watching him, that famous animal shot, that's the reason I found cornhole and that. So I'll always be a Damon Dennis fan for that. But the top answer, the truth one, he's only young. But if my son was ever old enough, and if I'm still playing the sport when he's older, my son probably.
Okay.
Just that the soppy answer.
I'll tell you what.
Cool. Thanks for making me look like a dick. I did play with my daughter, and I didn't pick it. Thanks.
Damon is the a really good pick. He's a really good dude. He's like very down to earth, genuine. I love Damon.
He does seem like a good dude, man.
Yeah.
He just seems like he would be super friendly, outgoing about it, and like, yeah.
He is, and he's very like quiet, but like he's still friendly and talking.
Well, right on, man. So we appreciate you taking the time out of your day off, much needed day off, I'm sure, because you're constantly playing and traveling and doing everything to come on to our little show out here in the UK and chat with us, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, dude.
You at the Open 7, are you, or are you sitting this one out?
No, yeah, Biloxi, Mississippi. I will be down there. I'm flying out on Friday, something like that.
Have you ever been to Biloxi?
I have. My former partner Tyler Cobb is like an hour from there, so.
Okay, so I spent about 7-8 months in Biloxi, Mississippi when I first came in the military, because that's where my training school was.
Yeah.
And that was prior to the hurricane and all that, because it was it was just a shithole. And I guess now, I haven't been back in a long time, but I've heard that it's a lot cleaner looking and a lot nicer now than it used to be.
It is probably a lot cleaner, but it's kind of like Atlantic City. Have you ever been there?
No, but I've heard.
Where like there's casinos, which are nice, and then there's probably like parts of town where you don't want to walk.
So I remember, I'd tell a quick story about this is the kind of stuff you were getting from the Biloxi, D'Iberville area. I was in tech school there, and one of the girls I was in tech school with, and we didn't believe her. She literally went and found the episode. Her and her friends, because she was from that area, went and concocted a whole story just to get on Jerry Springer.
Wow.
And we were like, no way, not a chance. And literally, like a couple days later, here she comes up, her mom bringing her the tape. We put this tape in, and it's a whole episode, and they're on this Jerry Springer show. And we were like, what is going on with this backwards place, man?
You're aging yourself now. You said a tape. That means VHS, bro.
I am.
Showing his age.
This was in 1999, 98, 99.
I was 2 years old.
Yes, Jimmy.
14.
Shut up, Graham.
Well, it's another little dig. Remind people that you are actually older than me, even though they think I'm older than the two of us.
That is true.
Remember the last time we come down to your place for a UK event, when we went in the bar the night before, me, you, and Jeff.
Man, we're going to have to send you something, Jimmy. We got to get you like a decal, a koozie. I don't know. We're going to have to get you something.
Something, I'm down. I wear a lot of hats. You got a hat?
I don't yet, but I am about to start making some.
Okay.
So,
yeah. I've got the one test hat so far, haven't I?
Yeah, but I got
the only one.
So, yeah. All right, let me get this set up. And matter of fact, I'm going to try to have it to you before when you go to France. That'll be the easiest way to get it to you, I think. So yeah, I'll figure it out. But we'll hook you up, man.
I appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you. Thanks for coming on, bud.
Yeah. Thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah, good seeing you guys.
Cheers, bud.
And good luck this weekend.
Yeah, good luck, man. We'll be watching, dude.
Yeah.
I might be back next week if I win it.
Hell yeah.
Happy to have you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye.
All right, man. Well, I would say that's a pretty big guest to have on.
It's going to take some beating.
I think it was a good one, man.
Yeah.
It's always good to talk to Jimmy. I'm fortunate enough. I talk to Jimmy quite often. I mean, whether he wants to or not, he's nice. So I do talk.
Always lighting up his DMs.
Yeah, I do talk to him quite often, and but since I met him in Paris, he's always been willing to, if I had a question or whatever, he's always willing to answer or try to help out as much as he can. So it's always good to have him. It's good to have him on the show. But we have to talk about this. As you guys all know out there in Cornhole listening land, we told you from the get-go that we may say stuff that ruffle feathers, and we're not going to apologize necessarily for it. But we will apologize when we say stuff that we don't mean to ruffle feathers, because it was taken, I'm not going to say it was taken out of context, because it wasn't, but it wasn't articulated the best way we could articulate it.
Yeah.
So we wanted, last week we had Chris and his daughter Charlotte on, and Charlotte throws sneak bags. Now, sneak bags are a company that was started over here, and then it was acquired. I say acquired. It was purchased by our good friend Tony, and we not on purpose, so unpurposefully, we kind of said some negative comments about his sneak bags.
Yeah, it wasn't meant negative. When I said, like, I hate those bags, it was, I hate playing against them.
Well,
Like, for my style of play. And as a bag, for a beginner, it's a great bag for a beginner, getting that bag on the board and keeping it on the board.
Yep.
Like, that's lesson one for anyone wanting to start the game. Nobody needs to be throwing a game changer when they're first playing, because they're not going to keep it on the board.
That's right.
So
I said
them the 1/6s, I think they are. Yeah, beginner bags, great bags.
Because I said we needed to get her some better bags, and by that I did not mean that any particular bag is better than a sneak. By better, I meant with a little more,
a more advanced bag,
a little more versatility. A little quicker of a bag, not as slow. But by no means did we mean that these are not a quality bag that is good to throw and to use.
Yeah.
I still have a set of sneak bags. I don't throw them as much anymore as I used to, but I do have a set, and so we want to put that out there, man. If you guys were thinking about buying some, do not take what we said to heart. We did not mean they are terrible. They are not terrible bags. Tony works really hard on his boards on making these bags, and while they are not, ACO or ACL stamped or anything like that, they're a good, reasonable price for a good beginner bag that, nobody in the UKCL is going to care if you're throwing them. You're not going to be able to throw it in an ACO event or an ACL event because it's not stamped, and that's okay. But in the UKCL, man, there's nothing wrong with these bags. It's just not something myself or Graham throws, but it was no slight. And so, Tony, we do apologize for that, man. It wasn't a slight on you or your company.
All right, Tony.
So please forgive us.
And we both owe you a beer in February.
Well, no, I'm not buying you a beer, dude. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, I'm going to buy you a beer because odds are we'll probably be commentating the finals together. So I got you, bud. But with that being said, I'm Josh.
Oh, we got this week's Cornhole, yeah.
Oh, God, yes. Man,
yeah.
So long with Jimmy.
I'm actually prepared.
My bad.
Because you've got big night tomorrow, first night, new venue.
I know. I got starstruck, dude. Yeah, Jimmy all over the place.
Drunk on Jimmy.
I was fangirling, dude.
Yeah.
So tomorrow night, man, Barry Baggers, we're moving into a new venue. So we're hoping to have some more foot traffic and to start growing again. We kind of stagnated because we kind of outgrew our spot, so there wasn't as much room. So now we're moving to a place called Curve Motion, and we're going to have a lot more room. So we're hoping we can get even more people in there.
How many how many courts can you have there now? Because I think you were pushed to 3 or 4 at a push, was it?
Well, they've given us it's a skating rink as well, and they've given us access to the whole skating rink. So
you can have
we can
tons,
right now we're going to start off with, I think, 5 or 6 sets tomorrow night.
Yeah. No.
So and room for expansion. So it was good. Simon went out and found this place, or I say found it. It always existed, but he went out and talked to him and talked him into a good price for us, and we got to keep our Tuesday night. And so yeah. So we're excited about that. And so next week when we talk, I'll let you know how it went.
Yep.
Who else we got this week? Friday night we got Coventry, right?
Well, I'll go through the week. So also Tuesday, Ashby Baggers.
Yep.
Usual. Featherstone Flyers on the Wednesday. We had him on last week. Chris, Newcastle, Thursday. There's no Yorkshire Imps this week. Friday, Coventry Snipers. Manchester Cornhole. Cumbria Cornhole's not started up again yet for 2025. And Sunday, Solent Cornhole. So plenty of Cornhole out there this week to be had if you're willing to go.
Yeah. So yeah, man. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. And then this weekend, as we've said, Jimmy, open number 7. So we know what we're talking about next week.
Oh, I know.
Monday's
I'm
episode.
excited.
So,
gotta get those prop picks in, dude.
Hopefully have Jimmy on back-to-back episodes. That'd be pretty awesome if he gets a win. Who knows? We could end up being his lucky charm.
Well, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. If him and Ian get that doubles win, dude, we're getting both of them on.
You're right.
So, yeah, man. All right. You got anything else?
I'm good for now.
All right, bud. I'm Josh.
I'm Graham. Remember,
Until next week.
just board it.
Just board it.
Later, brother. Bye.